Hello everyone, welcome to Frame by Frame. I'm your host Daniel Awir.
And I'm the director, Josh Recor.
This is a show where we get together with local artists and find out what inspired them to make such captivating pieces.
And today we have an incredible guest. Her name is Kate Gary. Let's go ahead and jump right into her frames.
I'm really excited. So in episode today, I'm with Kate Gary.
Hi.
So let's get started and dive into her frames.
Okay.
Kate, what's good today?
Well, my name's Kate Gary, and I'm a local artist here from Augusta. I am a commissioned artist primarily, but I have tons of prints on my website. I have over 30, and I have tried to start selling items with my artwork on it. So that's a new venture that I'm sliding in right now. I've been doing art I've been doing watercolor for 6 years. I would paint in the mornings before work, and then I'd go to work, and I started getting commissions, and it started building, and I started painting more and more, and my business really started to boom. And I quit my job in 2021. So it was very interesting because I put my notice in where I was working. I was working for a marketing firm at the time. And I put my notice in, and then my mother fell.
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was like so gung ho, ready to do this. Let's knock it out. And my mother fell, and she had to have surgery, and I had to stay home and take care of her. And so it was like all this happened, all for a reason, all at once. I was able to take care of her and stay there and work on my artwork. So I took care of her at home, and I brought my watercolors to her house, and that's really when I started to hammer down and really start working on commissions.
So do you think this is when you decide to go full-time art?
So I had thought about it for a while, and I was at the marketing firm, and I just decided after a period of time that it was time for me to focus on me and my job of being an artist. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted to make that my career. I knew that it fulfilled my heart. I knew that it was what I had a passion for, and I wanted to be able to share my gift with other people because I had practiced while I was working full time. I was practicing in the mornings. I was painting commissions. So I was really creating a process for myself. And I think that's where, when people talk about success of artists, is that you have to figure out your process. And it takes a lot of failures and a lot of trials and figuring it out. And that's what I did before I quit my job.
If you can describe your art style in 3 words, tell me.
It's funny that you said that. I was asked by someone else
Really?
recently, and I'm just gonna fess up. And I was trying to really be creative on it, and I couldn't. And I went to ChatGPT, and I said, ChatGPT, out of all my artwork, if you could describe it in 3 words, what would it be? And seriously, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. And it was inviting, artful, and warm. And I believe those are probably pretty good descriptions, but also colorful and a little whimsy, and not very detailed.
You
I
sure?
really,
You
well,
sure?
I feel like I'm more of a big picture person,
Uh-huh.
and so my artwork, I feel like reflects in that in some of these pictures, and there's stories behind all of them, but I don't feel like they're as detailed as some artists put in their work.
Okay,
And that's just my opinion of myself.
but I have one piece of your art.
Oh, it's the most detailed one I have.
See?
Yes, it's the most detailed one I have.
I should bring it, by the way.
I have it over here.
Okay?
So we'll have to show it.
Yes.
I brought it because I knew you had it, but yeah, it's the most detailed one I have.
Absolutely, I love it.
I haven't painted one more detailed.
All right, everyone, we hope you are enjoying the interview.
And we have so much more with Kate after this.
Has a work of art ever made you cry? And which one?
Okay, so really in general, my favorite part of my job is connecting with people. In doing commissions, you connect with people in all different parts of their lives and parts of their stories. So it may be a wedding, it may be their first home, it may be a lost family member. I've painted some of those too. Dogs. I'm not doing dogs anymore because they take me too long, and I have really good friends that do them really well now.
Okay.
But I would say the most emotional one that I had to keep it together. I was commissioned by a wedding director to paint the first dance at a wedding, and one of the bridesmaids was supposed to be, one of the bridesmaids passed away prior to the wedding, and it was the bride's daughter.
Wow.
And the soon-to-be husband asked if I could paint the daughter in the background at the first dance. And I would say that's probably the most recent, heartfelt one that I've painted. It was very emotional for all of them because, it was supposed to be a joyous occasion. So I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer, but I love connecting with people like that. Like, they're going to see that painting, and though they might be sad she wasn't there, in that painting she was. And so she was there for them during that time. So, yeah, that was an emotional one for sure.
Like you Photoshop her without Photoshop her, yeah.
Right. Right. I had somebody send me a picture of the dress. I had a picture of her in the dress that she was supposed to be wearing.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
I know, no,
That was an emotional one, though.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, especially now, when I start working in the news, I know myself, I'm good separate my feeling with, like,
Compartmentalize, yeah. It's hard.
But every time something breaking news, I was like, okay, I need to breathe all the way.
Yeah.
Driving there because I know what's happening, what's gonna happen.
You have a moment. I went into it where I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty decent during catastrophe. It's afterwards that I don't do so well on. And so, like, during, I was okay. I don't know what I think I was just living on adrenaline, and I think
the link between you and the paper and the color is gonna make you disconnect from the moment.
That's probably a great way to say it.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have never said it like that, but yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then after we would be like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was sad.
But
in fact, they sent me a picture from the wedding photographer. It's a black and white, and it's of the bride and groom holding the artwork at the reception. This is obviously after I left, and she's looking down at it, sobbing. And it's just, she was so surprised because he did it as a surprise. She didn't know. She just thought I was painting them and their first dance. She didn't know that her children would be in it as well. So
let's jump to different.
Let's get something more uplifting.
This is the art, that's the real life. Life is it's upside down. There's some moment it's sad, some moment it's happy.
True.
All right, everyone. We hope you are enjoying the interview.
We have so much more with Kate after this, so just stay tuned.
We have another Kate Gary as a commission artist, and you ask her to paint your story, your life.
Okay. I really don't know. I've had so many scenes, I guess, throughout my life. Do I pick my favorite one?
So how about if you're gonna paint your story? Let's do it like this.
I don't know. I thought about this. That's the only one I left blank. If I was gonna paint, it would have red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, and purple.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it would have all those colors. I mean, maybe include all my favorite things. I mean, currently, right now, I picked up the hobby of playing golf. I really enjoy that. That's been my exercise and, like, my hobby. because I needed one because art used to be my hobby. And now it's my job. And so, like I said, I'm creating all the time. And that disconnect from people, and maybe I should say this, I'm a people person. And so working at home is hard.
Yeah.
I really struggle with that. I've struggled with it the whole time. Like, I love what I do, but that is my number one struggle, is working by myself.
I can't work from home.
Well,
I can't.
I mean, like, during COVID, it was so hard. I mean, I was working for the agency, but, we were on Zoom calls all the time. But, you're so just ostracized from everything. And I feel that way sometimes. I need to be able to disconnect, to be able to concentrate, because I'm severely ADHD. And, my moment as I jump around is listening to a book with a candle lit and my favorite drink, usually Diet Dr. Pepper.
Maybe that's what you're going to pick and paint, right?
I know. That's what that is like setting me in the moment of, okay, you've got to knock this out. That's what I did this morning to finish this one over here.
I love that, Kate. Why do you think some artists succeed and some artists not?
I love this question. This is one of my favorites. Being an artist is not just being an artist. It's also being an entrepreneur. It's being the marketing person. It's being the social media person, the shipper, all the things. And I think that being an entrepreneur, you've got to understand that. And if you can't do it, you got to help find other people to support you to be able to.
Yeah.
And persistency, and not giving up. I know that sometimes maybe my artwork I shouldn't say I know. My artwork, maybe not everybody's cup of tea. Or someone might love acrylic over watercolor. And you can't let that hurt your feelings, because there's always the next person that's like, oh my gosh, I really love that. I see what she was trying to do. I love the colors. I love how it makes me feel when I see it. So I think probably the negativity that you see on social media is really hard for artists. And you're out here painting, you're like, here, come look at my art. Don't you love it like I do? So I think that's probably a deterrence for artists as far as success.
Interesting. I feel I always talk to myself, even with me, always, Don't tell me you don't
all the
talk.
time. My husband's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, myself.
I'm fighting
or the
with
dog.
myself. No, I don't have pet, but so I feel the way how you can see your art first and present your art, that can make you successful person or not as an artist.
Yes. So it's funny that you brought that up. I have a really good friend who, she's now an international renowned florist. She bought a floral company in a small town and had no experience whatsoever. And one of the things that she would say is, Kate, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful.
Thank you. Tell her thank you from my heart.
I know. And it took me a long time for that to register, because for a long time I was trying to do artwork that looked like everybody else's. And while, I was talking about the process of, you have a process of what you do. So when I paint home portraits, I don't draw it out with pencil. I draw it out with watercolor. And then I move to the shrubbery, the sky, and then from there. And I was so critical of my work, especially early on, that I realized if I didn't like it, nobody else would either.
I understand.
So if I she really resonated with me and kept telling me, Kate, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. This is your style. People will love it. They'll see your heart and they'll see your hard work in it. And I do feel like people have. And I'm so glad. I'm so thankful for that. And I'm so thankful that, through her trials, that's what she learned and she shared it with me.
So do you think the perfection can sometimes affect the artist?
Oh, yeah. Because I have a process, like for me, I'll just speak for myself. Let me do my thing. When I have a client that is a micromanager, and I've only had like one or two.
When are they gonna say that?
If you're questioning yourself, you know. And I feel like I've been doing this long enough that you can tell in my artwork what it's going to look like. I try to include any details that somebody may ask, like a dog or a person or a plant or a tree or a flag or something like that. But when you try to micromanage, it definitely inhibits like the creativity, and then you get worried, and then the perfectionist thing comes out where you're like, oh my goodness, are they going to like it? Is this what their expectations are? When they're in the long run, I'm thinking they're paying me for my interpretation of what they want. So yeah, definitely perfectionism definitely impacts it.
So the first thing came to your mind if they're gonna like it or not. It's not about I like it or not.
Well, I've had others that I really liked it and they didn't like it. I have one hanging in my living room right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and every day that I look at it, I'm like, I'm really sorry she didn't like it, but I love it.
Kate, I do have a question for you. I noticed on your Instagram that a lot of your art is very Augusta-centric.
Yes.
What inspired you to go after like that particular brand? Because I've seen some of your pictures where it was Augusta University and just different scenes and scenery and like from the Augusta National and stuff like that. What made you pursue that particular? Like, how is that your muse? I guess was the question I'm asking.
Well, I'm from here, and I do love Augusta, and I think, like I said earlier, I love connecting with people, and so a lot of these buildings that I've done are wedding venues or places where people go to church, or they had a special moment there, and that is where I love the connection. So that really, I don't know if I said this, but my first painting that I really was proud of that I showcased was my church. And my church is downtown, and it's on the front of our bulletin every Sunday, which I think is kind of cool. And so I was like, oh my gosh, well, if I can do my church, let me try. I don't even know what I did. Oh, I did the old medical college first. And I did that one. And then I think I did Sacred Heart after that. And it was really challenging. I went on a mountain trip and I brought my watercolors with me, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to figure it out. So I took so many screenshots of details of pictures online to try to, find every detail that I could to include. So that's why I love Augusta. I really should start doing other towns, and I've done some as commissions, and I've created them as prints, but really just the venues and the special moments and the history in Augusta. I love that.
All right, we still have way more with Kate Gary.
So stay with us.
So within the CSRA, if there was a town you could go to and just get major landmarks and stuff like that, like what town are you like the most attracted to go do right now?
Well, I've done a little bit everywhere, but I really love Aiken. I've done the Wilcox, and I did the Green Boundary, but I really think some more homes. I've done a good many homes in Aiken, but I think Aiken would probably be my next step.
Awesome.
I agree. Cool. Aiken. I like Aiken.
I do too. In fact, I'm going Saturday, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, really? Nice.
I'm excited.
So I have this for you.
Okay.
If your art could talk back to you, so what would it complain about?
I wrote this down yesterday. My art would complain, like, why do you spend so much time with me and then you leave me and then you come back and then you rush and get done? That's what my artwork would say. Because at the beginning, I've spent so much time, and then sometimes I just have to put it to the side. And then I come back and I have my Diet Dr. Pepper, my candle, and my book in my ears, and I knock it out. So that's probably what my artwork would complain about. Wish that I should spend more time with it.
Is any piece of art somebody order it and then you feel like, oh, I wish I have copy for myself?
I learned that a little bit later, but I always take pictures.
Oh, really?
I do. Most recently, I have a client that has been traveling to different golf courses, and these are really well-known golf courses, and he's taken the gift of an original painting from a hole with him, my artwork, and have it framed, and he gives it to the person that hosts him. And so I definitely took pictures of those because I know he'll want a copy, and the people that he was with want a copy as well. So I have so many prints that I don't have on my website. I think right now on my website I have almost 40 prints of originals. Yeah, more than Augusta.
More than Augusta. Okay. How do you think art can help community in general?
I think this goes back to what I said, where we foster art when we're children, but not as much until we get older. I feel like there's a gap, from high school to when you're really kind of settled, or maybe when you have children. It depends on the cycles of life of where you are, but it's an outlet. And during COVID, it was definitely an outlet for me, and I feel like it was an outlet for a lot of people because you couldn't go anywhere and you couldn't do anything. And that's when art classes online became even more popular than they already were. And it's not for everybody, but it is a huge part of being able to sit down and focus on something and create something that no one else can do. So yeah, I think it's huge. Like I said, it might not be for everybody, but there's a huge section of people that need it, and I'm one of those.
Do you think, I believe we always need to get more knowledge about different type of art. Like, do you think maybe if you get more about photography can help your art?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So I have a good friend. He's from this area but lives in Statesboro, and he is an amazing photographer. And he taught me a lot about light. And when you have artwork, it's really challenging to figure out where the shadows are coming from and where you're going to do the light and the dark. And when I create my prints, for me, I feel like I need to do a whole show on this, not yours, but or maybe a reel on Instagram. But I don't use a scanner to create my prints.
Okay.
I take a picture in indirect light, and then I lighten it up, I crop it, and then I work on it in a software to make it as conducive as I can to look like an original on a print. Because unfortunately, when you just take a picture or scan it, it takes a lot of work to make it look like the original.
Yeah.
So yes, photography for me, for sure.
The strangest comment you have heard or somebody tell you?
That my style was really messy.
Your style?
Oh,
Your
well,
style, like personal style or your art style?
My
That's
art.
totally different.
Probably both. If you see my car, I look like I live out of it.
We're gonna check after now.
Oh, please no. Both.
Okay, same. Don't
Same?
even worry. Yeah.
Okay.
My car is.
No, I'm
rough
not
right
gonna take you to my car. My
I
car is
know.
perfect. We're gonna talk about perfect. Yes,
Well,
please.
it's that meme when somebody pulls up and you've got to throw everything in the back seat.
now. Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
me. That's me.
I'll give coworkers a ride home every now and again, and it's just like just ignore that. Don't
Yeah.
mind it. Don't mind
Sorry, no one ever rides in the front seat.
it. Yeah, exactly.
My stepson's always like, oh, you had to clean out the seat again. Yes. When you have a car, you can keep yours clean. Yeah.
How would you encourage someone to do art?
I would say if it fills your heart, just do it. Doesn't matter if it's good. You have to mess up and you have to fail to be successful. And I would say keep going, keep trying, watch videos, ask questions. I watch tons of videos. I would say most of my feeds are other artists because I just like to see what they're doing. I'm like, can I do that? You know, and it pushes you. So I would say go for it. I feel like there's enough clients in this world for everybody. And so I do like to help others when they ask. I'm just learning TikToks, and I'm excited because I've increased by 400 followers in the past month on TikTok.
Okay.
And it's not even, it's really just showing my artwork. I've done time-lapse videos because I don't really know what to show people, but I'm going to do my first live next week on TikTok. I'm scared. I'm not going to lie.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared.
You got this, Kate.
Yeah, you're gonna crush
got
this,
it.
Kate.
I know.
Let's go.
We're gonna crush it, and actually, we crushed it today.
Yay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. And
Like-
thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. You're such a great cheerleader.
Thanks everyone for joining us for Frame by Frame. We hope you enjoyed.
And if you'd like to reach out and be a part of the show, go ahead and email us at jrecor@wjbf.com or dallowere@wjbf.com.
We are here with you to support our local artists in CSRA. So take care and see you next time.